Hey everybody, we'll get started in a moment. Just want to make sure that Knight is around before I go in the whole thing. Is Knight streaming? I don't see. I'm refreshing. I don't see her online. All right, we are good. Okay, good. Yes. All right, let me just make sure cams are good. Oh, camera time. All right, we should be good. Yes, perfect. And beautiful. Okay. Not going to go through my entire rigmarole, just a little bit. You guys know the rules. Make sure your 39's on. Skip the rules. You guys have played Tetris before, right? All right, that'll be good enough. Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It's your old pal, Van Dweller, and I bring you Tetris. Just one match right now. That's it. One match. We were supposed to play this match Tuesday. There were technical problems because, you know, it's CTM, so of course. And that match is going to be the COBRA Knight match. COBRA and Knight. 16 and 17. Knight took out Draco on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? Cobra says, is it snowing for me? I don't think so. I haven't looked in the last couple hours. So anyway, Knight took out Draco to earn her way here to this match number 9 of the tournament. Cobra versus Knight. The winner will move on to the top 16 later in the month to take on Blue Scooty. So that is your prize. You get to play, you know, just the best player in the world in the number 1 seed in the tournament. No big deal. It's no problem. All right, so that's what's going to happen. You guys already know the rules. Most important thing, make sure your 39 super kill screen is turned on. Okay. We're going to use same piece sets. You know that. You might win a prize. That prize is something that we use our partner Batcherito to help us collect. So if you're watching this right now and you want to make sure that this prize pool gets bigger, we're $790 away from our top 8 incentive. Make sure top 8 players get paid. Use the Matcherino command in chat if you're watching live. That'll bring up 2 links. The first one is the one for the Masters event. Click on that. It's 2-click login into Matcherino if you've got a YouTube or a Twitch account, which presumably you do if you're watching this live. So once you're logged in, top right corner, contribute any amount, $1, $2, $5, $69 if you're one of those people. Are you one of those people? You know, some of you are, but you can use that link to contribute to the prize pool. Let's get to 2,000. It doesn't happen without you. There's no sponsors. I don't put up the prize pool. It doesn't happen without you, the viewer. And I don't know, this month I have a suspicion we're going to need a little extra help. And I will not go into detail on that, but we might need a little extra help to get to that 2,000. So if you haven't contributed so far, think about it. And of course, we do want to thank our patrons on Patreon. Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, Taknerus, Corporal 381 shall be satisfied. Khaki 91J in the window. Troy Dan. Kim S. Sticker and double sticker club level members. Thank you very much. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris is a way to support the channel in addition to the various ways on YouTube and Twitch, like channel subscriptions and all that. Okay, let's look at our players. Look at them. There they are. They're here. They're ready to play Tetris. Regina Phalange with the Prime sub 7 months. Regina Phalange. All right, Cobra, stay on that screen because I need to adjust your stencil because it's wrong. Your stencil is wrong, Cobra. It's wrong. See, it's like that little. All right, that's fine. How was it wrong? It was just a couple pixels off. Could have been me. All right, we're going to get this started. I'm going to give players some pieces. Piece are going to be 638D90. Is your capture frozen? Oh my goodness gracious. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Wait, why is your PB 2.5 million? I don't know why that is. Why is that? Hold on. Oh, that was probably a mistake. I'm not sure why that is. Let's look up NES Tetris leaderboards. Why is it that? That's what it says on the leaderboard. That's what it says. It says on the leaderboard. What is your actual PB? I go by the leaderboard. I see you have maybe a claim for 4.54, but that's a claim. I just go by the leaderboard. I don't go by your claim, okay? Claim. Imagine making a claim. Yeah. Oh, I got a claim. I got a 38 million. That's my claim. All right, let's get these players started. The pieces are going to be, thanks Deck for the pin. Pieces are going to be 638D90. 638D90. Regina Phalange. I like that name. Yeah, my PB is 38 million. That's my claim. I only have a video of an 849 though. Sorry guys. But it's, I have a claim. 638D90, 638D90. There it is. All right, looks like both players are ready. Round 2, Cobra and Knight here in the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters Event Preliminary Orange Bracket. The winner moves on to the top 16 to face Blue Scooty. Let's get them counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side, it is Cobra coming out of the 16th seed with from what, the United States of America. Cobra's got a verified PB of 2.55 million, but claims a PB of 4.54 million. Making claims, but all right. So it's either 2.55 or 4.54. The 4.54 was unrecorded. Like, what are you doing not recording in 2025? What the heck? So that is Cobra on the left side. Cobra was the winner of the Challenger Circuit in 2024. That was our second tier tournament, which was the 17 through 32nd seed. That had been running since, September of 2019. And we collated it into the Masters event here. So Cobra was the last winner of the Challenger circuit. And with that win, earned the number 16 seed in this tournament. Cobra trying to get a bar over. Yes, there it is. So yeah, that was Cobra's first tournament win, actually. CTM Challengers November 2024. Also a participant in Lone Star 2024, our Austin, Texas live tournament, and was finished in the top 4. Went out against Blue Scooty, who he's hoping to win a match against here. Also was in the top 8 of the Stillwater Showdown 2024 in Oklahoma, and made it into the gold bracket of the 2024 Classic Tetris World Championship. That is Cobra. 180 for him, 160 for Knight. Knight, 17 seed out of Canada with a 2.52 million PB. Now, I don't know if that's claimed or on video. It appears to be on video, so there's no claim happening there. That is a video. There's proof that PB happened. 229,000 for Knight. And she's out of Canada. Seed 17, beat Draco in the round 1 to make it here to round 2 and have a shot at that top 16. Knight won a Futures Circuit tournament back in February 2022, was the runner-up in Futures last month, November. Was finished 10th in the Jonas Cup this year, went out to the eventual winner, Fractal. Sorry for the spoilers. And maybe the most infamous of accomplishments in all of Classic Tetris, Knight played in the 2021 and 2022 Classic Tetris World Championship and went out both years to Dan V. Can you imagine such a thing? Can you imagine actually losing to Dan V twice? What an indignity. 356 for Cobra, 334 for Knight. We kid our friend Dan V. He's a fine player, as is Knight. 338 for Knight. Trying to find a way to skim the garbage off the top of the well here. Oh boy. The grip switch from Knight. You can see Knight does play DAS in the early part of 16. Very Pixelandy-esque kind of thing to do. But now grip switching when in trouble. 347 for Knight. Takes a skim, gets a Tetris, and now kind of gaps in the middle of the stack. She's going to try to work those out. 431 here for Cobra. Long bar over. Tetris for Cobra, 454. All right, Knight now with an ungapped board. Gonna set up in the center here, column 6, waiting on the bar. Long bar in, and Tetris. Just gonna go for another center well, column 6 Tetris. What do you consider to be center well, chat? Do you think it's column 6 only, column 5 and 6, anything from 1 or 2? Transition into 19, 409 here for Knight, 548 for Cobra on 19. So big lead for Cobra early on. Anything not right or left well is a center or quade well, according to Kairos. And Kairos, you should listen to Kairos because they contributed bits So automatically you have standing to make your opinion more important than other people's. So thank you, Kairos, by the way, for those bits. I missed those earlier. 474 Centerwell Tetris for Knight, 501 Tetris for Cobra, 659. That's right. If you can pay, your opinion is more important. All right, Knight going to switch over to that left well. Neto says, hi, YouTube. So Cobra finally decided to show up. Cobra was there. Cobra was on time, but, you know, we're playing on 40-year-old equipment. Things happen. There's snowstorms. There's weather. Things happen, man. I think it's amazing that we don't have more technical issues and glitches. 697 Cobra, 540 for Knight. Long bar over Tetris, 726. Knight trying to work this down. Another Tetris. Now Cobra with a 200,000 point lead here in game number 1. Also, Cobra contributed bits as well. Thank you, Cobra, for the meme bits. If you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino command in chat or go to ctm.gg/Matcherino. 833 Cobra, 681 for Knight. We're going to close the gap here. It was a 200,000 point lead, now just a 150,000 point lead. Laurie said it's snowing like a bugger where she is. All right. A bugger. My word. All right, 780 for Knight. Now, we do start on level 18, 130 lines of that, 100 lines of 19, and players who are rolling generally will play beyond that. And we do have a level 39 super kill screen turned on. That's 100 lines of that, 29 speed. Knight cutting into the lead, now within 100,000 points. Tetris for Cobra, 984. And Cobra is in with the max out. Knight is in at 924. So we'll see what Cobra decides to do here. Has a higher claimed PB than Knight by about 2 million. Tetris for Knight, 969. There's a Tetris Cobra, A72. Tetris Cobra, he's just piling high here. Long bars get to the left after kind of a misdrop. And another Tetris for Cobra, B50. Knight's board, we're starting to climb a little bit, but she's going to bring it back down. Cobra uncovering the well, waiting out the bar, trying to avoid going all in. And just bringing this down nice, gently, very good. Takes a triple just to shore it up. Max out finally for Knight here on level 32. Going to take that triple to the right side. The board was kind of jagged, not accommodating. So rather than build up for it or try to whatever, just says, hey, take it down. We'll try again. A20 for Knight, Tetris, A61, C32 for Cobra. Cobra takes a triple and another triple just to bring this down. Trying to stay safe. Almost a 200,000 point lead now for Cobra. Knight digging a little bit. Cobra's board was starting to climb, but he's bringing it back down. See what he does on that left side. All right. Looks like he's set up there in column 2. See if he can get it. This is tough. Oh, no. He's got a gap in the stack there that's going to make this tricky. Oh, no. He's going to miss with the LP. So a top out. C81. The target for Knight is C81. That's about 136,000 points. And only 20 lines to get there. There's one. If she can get 3 Tetrises, that would do it. But she's got some cleanup to do. Okay, she's clean. There's a Tetris in column 3. 1 away. So now just 1 away. 5 lines to get there. It's set up and there's a bar, gets over, and Knight is going to complete the chase down and take game number 1. And Knight is pumped. All right, a great game number 1. Cobra taking it in stride. Cobra's like, all right, that's fine. We'll be all right. Let's play game 2. All right, let's get these seeds for these players for game 2. 74444F. 747444444. Call the fours. Can you have a minute? Oh yeah, you can have a minute. Take a minute. In the meantime, I'm gonna look outside and see if it's snowing, but I don't really think it is. I can't imagine it's snowing. Yeah, no, it's not snowing. All right, we're gonna get a lot of rain today. All right, how many mods are in chat? Anybody? Can I get a pin on that seed? 74444F. 4444444. There we go, Deck. Thank you. By the way, we've got 2 more brackets today. Right now it's 12:30 p.m. here in Texas. At 5 p.m. Central Time, we have a Das Masters preliminary with Tebanoku, Captain, and Storm 957. And then at 7 p.m. Central, Tetris Time, Wallbant, and Chiller in a Masters Green preliminary. Tetris wants the snow. It's 10:30 a.m. where you are, so you're on the west coast of somewhere. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let's make sure they got their seeds good. 74444, yes. All right, game number 2. Cobra looking to tie it up in 3, 2, 1, and Tetris. So pretty exciting. All right, looks like we have a frozen capture. So we're gonna have to restart this one. We're gonna have to restart it. Top out, guys. So basically what we need to do is, yeah, we need to, I think what happens is like you just sit on that screen for a while. So don't enter, and then I think the capture just kind of goes to sleep or something. So keep that capture moving, Cobra. Don't let it sit. Don't let it sit. Don't let it sit. All right, new pieces. New pieces are going to be 546C F6, 546C F6. And let's get a quick start after we enter that, okay? Let's get a quick ready as soon as you enter it, because I think that's what happens with these captures going dormant. All right, both players are ready. Let's count them down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, we are good. Starting off with the TLJ. Wonder if Cobra's on easy cap or what. Whatever capture Cobra has, don't get that one. All right, there is a triple and a Tetris for Knight 31,000. She's got her first. Tetris, Cobra. Takes a skim, waiting for the Tetris. And another double and a Tetris finally for Cobra, 57,000. for each of them. Game number 2 between these two players. Cobra looking to tie it up. You do not want to go down 2 games to none. That is so tough. 126 here for Cobra. Of course, Knight would love to go up 2 games to none. Imagine going down 3 games to none and having to win. Oh, not many people have done that in a competitive Tetris match. 110 for Knight, 173 for Cobra. I only know of one, and I think there is another one. Can anyone name someone who's gone 3 games down in a best of 7 and come back to reverse sweep? Can someone name one person? 162 for Knight, 200 for Cobra. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows all this lore, this old lore. Knight is gonna miss the S-spin. That's gonna cause her to burn a little extra. It's me. It's your old pal Vandweller. Vandweller has done it. And I think it happened one more time. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure it's happened more times since, but I think that was the first time. 291 for Cobra, 235 for Knight. Tetris Knight, 258. There's one Cobra, 314. The only thing you can think of wasn't related to Tetris. Yeah, the Red Sox, maybe the Red Sox beating the Yankees in the 2004 ALCS. And it's happened since. That was the first time in sports. 265 Knight. Set up column 8. Dirty Tetris. 2 rows off the bottom. Waiting out the bar. Gets the bar. Tetris. Is that a true story? So your mom just randomly bought you a book about John McCain, in whom you have no interest and you don't even read books? Why don't you read books? What kind of lame-o doesn't read books? 394 for Cobra, 361 for Knight. Oh my word. We need to have some sort of incentive, and I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember the Book It program in school, where you would earn pizza for reading books. We need to do something like that. Or maybe you earn something from CTM, like a competitive advantage based on how many books you read. 508 for Cobra. 436 for Knight. Cobra's board starting to get a little complicated here 12 lines before the 19 transition. Cobra preparing for the grip switch. .562 transition for Cobra. Knight transitions at 505. Yeah, book ELO, additional ELO. But it can't be like, you know, graphic novels and manga or whatever. It's got to be like a like a real book. Sorry, graphic novel people. 664 for Cobra, 559 for Knight. Yeah, we only accept video proof. It's a high proof book leaderboard, so you must have video proof of you reading the book. 669 for Cobra, 598 for Knight. There's a Tetris for Knight, 628 down the middle. Party down the middle, as serious producer used to call it. There's a Tetris for Cobra, 786, 630 for Knight. Kind of a almost a replay of game one, where Cobra goes up substantially. See if he can maintain this here. I'm sure he's looking for a different outcome, and Knight would love a repeat. All right, a Tetris for Knight. Gonna create a gap there in column 8, row 1. Burns it away. 100,000 point lead for Cobra. Into 25 now at 882. Tetris for Knight, 788. Cobra gonna pass on the daring, dirty Tetris. Cobra still with about 100,000 point lead. Set up for a dirty Tetris right now. Ends up having to skim here. It's gonna just be a triple, but it'll bring that board down. Hello, what happened with Fractal? Will he play in Masters? Yeah, I don't know. You have to ask Fractal. He's not in Masters. He is in Das Masters, though, this month. Tetris for Cobra. He's got the max out A05 Knight, 894. On 27, Cobra looking to find a way to get a good board going into 29. Tetris for Knight, 967. 4 lines to go until that 29 transition. Tetris for Cobra into transition at A51. Knight waiting out the bar, ends up taking the skim, and the Tetris max out into 29 for Knight at A14. Cobra with about a 45,000 point lead. Knight's board starting to climb, but there's a dirty Tetris. That's going to help Knight bring this down. There's a Tetris Cobra B02. That left side for Cobra is going to require some attention and a bar to get all the way over. And the bar not coming. And oh no, that's probably going to be a hang here. And that's a top out at B15 for Cobra. Knight just needs 8,000 points. The target is B16. There's the double. And that double was enough. The double is good enough. Knight is good in game number 2. Kairos with a dirty room. Almost as dirty as these Tetrises. Thank you, Kairos. All right. Knight is up 2 games to none. I have to get these players their pieces. All right, Cobra, make sure you're flopping your thing around here. Okay, good. Yeah, don't let your screen stay idle too long. E0876B, E0876B. E0876B, and I will try to count it down as soon as you're both ready. There's a ready from Cobra. Cobra should probably move his cursor around while he's waiting, honestly. E0876B. Both players are ready. Let's count them down. Game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Knight looking to wrap it up right now and win a berth in the top 16 against Blue Scooty. Cobra trying to get back, or trying to get on the comeback trail. Welcome, Anjing. Glad you're watching. All right, Cobra setting up dirty column 8. A nasty looking board. Gets the Tetris, though. There's a Tetris for Knight. Cobra setting up on the left well. All right. Kind of L's and J's and L's and J's and L's and J's. All right. Finally, long bar gets over to the left for Cobra Tetris. See what he's going to do. He's going to bring this down. Oh, boy. All right. There we go. No great place for the square. I'll have to chuck that to the right. Meanwhile, Knight clean and Tetrising 146. Cobra clean again and Tetrising again. Interesting placements here from Cobra, kind of like last moment shifting it. I don't know if that's on purpose for the memes or if that's just over shifts and recovery. I don't know. It's hard to know. These kids nowadays, they get so, even Tetris isn't fast enough for them, so they gotta mess around. All right, Cobra gonna uncover the well. Knight getting set up with the L piece, gets a Tetris 240, so Knight up almost by 100,000 points. Laurie, you are not, stop it. You should not skip skiing to watch Tetris. That is ridiculous. I don't believe you're doing that. 216 for Cobra, 288 for Knight. Who is paying for monthly Tetris to be subbed to itself for 72 months? I think people are automatically subbed to their own channel. Is that 72 months? Did we start this channel 6 years ago? This month? Yeah, actually we did. I remember that. Tetris for Knight, 337, 264 Cobra. He gets a Tetris 286. That is a long time, RXS. You are right. That is a very long time. Whole Scooty clan is here. They are scouting this match to see who will be playing their beloved family member. Later in the month, 315 for Cobra, 373 for Knight. I guess we're now in our 7th year, I guess, right? All right, Knight waiting out the bar. Bar goes in. That's good for a double, plus it'll bring the stack down. So let's see. Tetris is played in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So in parts of 9 different years, there has been Classic Tetris Monthly. That's pretty wild. Oh, there's a triple and a Tetris for Knight. Knight starting to get ready for the grip switch, trying to get some of that chord slack ready to go for when she's ready to do that grip switch. Yeah, we are working on our 8th year. And we've had CTM in parts of 9 different years, which is wild. Maybe its 10th year will be its last. Maybe that'll be it. We'll see. 10 years is a good run. I mean, we've made it longer than like all the Star Trek series, right? 487 transition for Cobra. Long bar goes over Tetris. 511. 509 transition from Knight. Up a little bit high on the board, though. Jay gets to the left. Bringing this down. Opening up the well. Waiting for the bar. Skim, Tetris, Knight. 542. Cobra, though, at 541. Just about the same line counts. We are neck and neck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this forever, guys. You know, I would like to, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Cobra gonna uncover the right well, trying to build out that left, kind of stall, take some skims. Knight is in a little bit of trouble. See what you can do to try to uncover this. I know that left side is gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a top out for Knight. The target for Cobra is 585. 585. There's a skim and a Tetris, and game 3 goes to Cobra. Don't worry. I mean, if there's no CTM, you'll still have Classic Tetris Wars. You'll have basement battles. All right, Cobra going to take game number 3. You'll have Kingsman's Tetris Friendlies. New piece is going to be 757BAD. Cobra, keep your screen moving. Knight says 99% chance I lose this. Oh, I don't think so. 757BAD. 757BAD. Yeah, Cobra's, I think you're frozen. I think your capture is frozen, Cobra. Yeah, so you can't stall for even like a minute. So keep things moving. 757 bad. Oh, 757. That's a bad seed. Oh, my word. All right, yeah, keep your screen moving. All right, as soon as we get both players ready, we will start. Just need it ready for both players. Cobra, keep it moving, keep it moving. Oh, my God, I don't want to... Oh, Knight's going to get up. We're going to have to... Cobra, keep it moving. Go back to the... All right. Just keep it moving. All right, good. Stupid Tetris Monthly will be back this year. Yes, we will do a Stupid Tetris Monthly. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and count down game number 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm thinking July. Whatever the month after CTWC is. We'll do Stupid Tetris Monthly, and we'll do Tap Masters in the same month. What do you think of that? All right, Knight with the dirty Tetris. It's our first Tetris of the game. Game number 4. Yeah, we'll replace Das Masters with Tap Masters. We'll replace regular masters with Stupid Masters. And then whatever Chiller wants to do, because Chiller runs all the lower seeds. So if they want to do stupid Tetris Monthly down in community, stupid community, that's fine. 56,000 for Cobra, 70,000 for Knight. There's, you know, there's a little part of me that wants to make stupid Tetris Monthly truly monthly, but let's figure out how to do these 2 tournaments a month first before we get a third one. $100 for Knight, 83,000 for Cobra. All right, Knight building out that left, finds the skim to uncover the well, builds up the column 10 well. Waiting on the bar, gets the Tetris. Cobra uncovers the waiting right side well. Actually, it's set up for 2, ends up having a cover. All right, it's gonna be a little tricky from Cobra. Good moves from Cobra, the Tetris boy wonder. Long bar gets over Tetris 145. There's another Tetris 169 and another one 192 for Cobra. 226 for Knight. There's a Tetris for Knight 248. You need someone to run the second channel for STM. Who's going to re-steam CTM regularly beside for me? That's got to be me. Can't afford anybody else. I work cheap. Everybody else too expensive. 272 for Knight. There's a Tetris. 296. Knight's got about an 80,000 point lead. Cobra going to get a Tetris here. Kingsman, when do I get to go on Tetris friendlies? I've been waiting for the invite. I was threatening to put my Tetris setup in the closet, but I can't do it. I got to get that max. All right, Knight with a little bit of a dirty board, trying to get to work. This is going to allow Cobra a chance to cut into this lead. Knight actually set up on the column 4. Dirty well gets it. 357 for Knight. There's a Tetris for Cobra. And we are neck and neck. Just 2 lines and 1,000 points apart. Dirty Tetris Knight. I have a standing invite? I don't know. Well, I'm never going to say, Kingsman, I want to play friendlies. Just put me on sometime when you don't have anything else. You know, when you have matches that are too exciting and you need people to have a little break from excitement and good play, and you need someone to play bad, put me on. I don't know, just invite me. 409 for Knight, 427 for Cobra. I can play 0. Oh, I will get creamed. That'll be like the oldest Tetris player versus the youngest Tetris player. $454 for Cobra, $434 for Knight. Oh, play Fractal's dad? I'd play, well, Fractal's dad will cream me too. Fractal's dad has a max out. Longbar gets over Tetris for Cobra, 1 line away from the 19 transition at 500,000. And yeah, I think this seed is a bad seed because both players are going to transition relatively low. Cobra, though, with about a 40,000 point lead at transition. It was a 485 transition for Knights. Play against Scooty's grandparents? All right, I want to play 2-on-1. Two grandparents versus Vandy. I think I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I can team up with one of their grandparents. 545 for Knight. $612 for Cobra after a Tetris here in this game number 4. Tetris Cobra 638. There's a Tetris Cobra 667. Knight looking to uncover that column 3 well. It's kind of tough to do, though, because every time she puts a piece down to clear away one of the holes, ends up putting more weight on that column 3 well. It's going to allow Cobra to kind of build up a lead again here. He's actually set up for a Tetris. Knight going to get that dirty Tetris column 3, 2 rows off the bottom. There's one for Cobra. 736. He's got a 110,000 point lead. There's another Tetris for Cobra. Knight with a covered well. All right, couple of pieces here. Knight will get the board clean. Long bar over Tetris. Knight 662. There's one. Cobra 796. Vandy plus grandparents versus Scooty. See, that sounds fair. That sounds about right. Tetris Knight, Tetris Cobra. Cobra now with about 130,000 point lead. 25 lines to go until the 29 transition. We have yet to see a game go all the way to the 39 super kill screen. Tetris for Knight 795, 930 for Cobra, and another Tetris for young Cobra. All right, Knight actually set up on a middle well, column 8. Tetris Cobra and Knight. Cobra's got the max out on 28. Cobra at 848. Still now set up on column 8. One line to go until that 29. Knight's going to transition in at 886. Cobra transitions in at A77. About 190,000 point lead for Cobra at transition. B19 now for Cobra after a Tetris. All right, Cobra building up again. Set up for a Tetris. Gets it. B63. Cobra set up again. Gonna sting in a Tetris on the right side. 1.2. Knight waiting on the bar here. Longbar gets over Tetris. 990. There's one for Cobra. C45. So Cobra with about a 245,000 point lead. Knight finally with the max out on 32. Another Tetris for Cobra. He's going to get that long bar kind of inspire there in column 5. So just going to work this down. He's got the pace to waste. Knight is set up on the center well and gets it. A57. Cobra DOA still the 250,000 point lead. A is 1 million. D is 1.3 million. Knight set up center well, gets it. B07. Cobra with the D33. That's the 1.3 million. That left side's going to be a problem for Cobra. No, he's going to hang a bar on the left. D36 is the target for Knight. Knight going for the win. Needs 135,000 points to get there. Has 30 lines to do it. Tetris is here. Worth north of 30,000. The board starting to climb for Knight. Gets a bar over for a dirty Tetris, but that is going to do it. C54 for Knight. And Cobra is going to take game number 4 and force a deciding game 5. Cobra, start moving your board around. We got a decider. All right. Move your screen around. New pieces, 734A B5. 734A B5. Cobra's capture still good. Don't let that capture go idle. Move it around. All right, looks like both players are ready. Let us not delay. Game 5 decider between Cobra and Knight. The winner goes on to the top 16 to face Blue Scooty later in the month. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Remember, later in the day, we do have 2 more brackets, a Das Masters bracket. Starting 4 hours from now, it'll be Tebanoku versus Somalian, the winner against Storm 957. That's Das Masters. And then a Masters bracket starting 6 hours from now. And that'll be Tetris Time versus Wallbant, the winner against Chiller. Chiller, the caretaker of the Futures and Community tournaments. That'll be fun to see them play for a spot in the top 16. Cobra has been in the Masters event only 2 times. Knight has been in only 1 time. It was back in February of 2023. So these players would love to get a spot in the top 16. Have a chance to go on a run. Tetris for Cobra 161, 162 for Knight. .209, 41 lines. 6 points separating these 2 players. All right, Tetris for both. 235 Cobra, another one for both. So yeah, 258 Cobra, 262 Knight. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. .305 for Cobra, 290 for Knight. There's a Tetris for Knight, kind of double LJ dependent in the middle of the board and gets L's and J's, no problem. Must be nice. Tetris Cobra 354, 337 for Knight. Started out 2 games to none for Knight. Cobra has come back to win the next 2 games, and we are now here with a deciding game number 5. Tetris for Knight 388. There's one Cobra 422. All right, Cobra, little awkward placement of that L piece to the left. Should be able to take care of this. All right, just a couple of placements here. Now opens up that well, recovers. Knight not in a position to take advantage of the little slowdown from Cobra. She was in her own little slowdown. And Cobra recovers, gets the Tetris. Same with Knight. 422 Cobra, 490 Knight. About a Tetris and a half lead for Cobra. 17 lines away from the level 19 speed increase. And it's a 50% increase right now in 18. Pieces falling one row every 3 frames. And on 19, it's one row every 2 frames. So a 50% increase. Oh, almost wasn't able to flip that bar, or maybe it was a double flip or something for Knight, but it's going to recover. 560, 617 for Cobra. It's really the first big transition of the match. 584, very healthy transition for Knight. All right, these are tournament paces on 19. Tetris Cobra 666. Monkas. Tetris for Cobra. Knight still down, stacking a little. Set up now. Tetris 638, 693 for Cobra. There's a Tetris 720, 80,000 point lead for Cobra. Tetris Knight. Cobra and Knight are basically tied in lines, just about. All right, Knight a little line dependent here. The line gets in, uncovers the well. Long bar over, that's going to bring the stack down, in addition to getting the Tetris's worth of points. Still about an 80,000 point lead for Cobra. What are the other ways to say neck and neck? Eyelash to eyelash. That's the other one. Eyelash to eyelash. Which I don't like that. That's a little too intimate. I don't want to be neck and neck with anyone, much less eyelash to eyelash. 791 for Knight, 892 for Cobra. Cobra's going to uncover that well. Longbar gets over Tetris. Yeah, it's like keep your eyelash to yourself and your neck for that. You know, if I'm at a Tetris tournament, don't come at me with that eyelash. 962 for Cobra, 855 for Knight. Tetris Cobra, just a few thousand points away from the max. Tetris for Knight, 918. Cobra's board a little dependent there. That's going to slow him down a bit. He's going to have to waste a few lines of burning. This is going to allow Knight to close the gap a little bit. And there's a dirty for Knight, 960. Max out for Cobra, 835. So what was once a 100,000 point lead, now a 70,000 point lead for Cobra. All right, misdrop for Knight. That's going to slow her down a little. Tetris for Cobra, A72. He's back out to a 100,000 point lead. You can see these misdrops. Very costly in a close match. Tetris for Cobra, B16, 980 for Knight. Still digging. Cobra into 29 at B22. And has about 140,000 point lead. Knight is in at 991. The Knight board not out of the woods yet, but this is still low and dealable with. Cobra's board starting to get a little awkward, so he took a triple on that left side rather than holding out for the Tetris. All right, Knight back by 145,000 points. Cobra sets up in column 8. gets a Tetris B96. Set up again, column 8, and oh, whoa, okay, another Tetris for Cobra and another one, C77, 200,000 point lead plus here for Cobra. Just the level 32. We got 60 lines to go until that 39 super kill screen where the speed will double and be unplayable. I mean, unless you're Alex T. Cobra DO7, that left side for Knight is a problem. Long breaks over to the right to bring this down. Cobra trying to stay alive here and add points. Gonna bring this down. The board's starting to fall apart for Cobra. Trying to eke out whatever points he can. That's gonna be a D22. The target for Knight is D23. She's within 100,000 points. With 35 lines to go, Tetris is here worth north of 30,000 points. North of 40,000 points. And just one Tetris away is Knight. Oh, the board starting to get dependent. There's a dirty Tetris, or an off, what I call him, 9 Tetris. Was it dirty? I don't know. It was so, the board was so dark, I couldn't even see what's happening. Cobra mounts a comeback, wasn't successful. Knight able to defend her 2-0 lead against the reverse sweep attempt. Cobra, you did awesome. And Knight will be moving on to the top 16 to take on Blue Scooty. The undisputed best player in Tetris. Well, unless you're Vince and you're filling out your premier poll, then everything is disputed. Anyway, congratulations to you, Knight. Let's give you your points. All right, GG's Knight. Okay, that is going to do it for us. Whoops, I put the points on the wrong side. Sorry. There we go. All right, I'm going to report the match. We'll take a look at our bracket. What is the match? Yes, 3 games to 2. What a match! 16 and 17. See, guys, this is Tetris for these players below 16. This is a Tetris you didn't know you needed, and yet you do need it. All right, let's take a look at our bracket. Refresh here. Yes. There it is. So Knight took on Storm and Norman, a.k.a. Draco. Took out Cobra, a.k.a. Corber. And will now take on Blue Scooty, a.k.a. Blue_Scooty. Let's see how our top 16 is filling out, shall we? Let me refresh this, make sure we're good. All right, so we've got we just have one more spot, and that is going to be tonight. So that's basically the equivalent of doing the entire Challenger circuit before the 9th, which is crazy. So yeah, we got Scooty versus Knight, Allenbot versus Guafi, Alex T versus Eyeball, Meme versus Huff, Tristop versus Sodium, Dog versus Id Kirby, Neko versus Dangler. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 players are from below the top 16. Now let's take a look at our green bracket tonight. This is what's going to happen at 7 p.m. Central. It's Tetris time versus Wallbant. Winner takes on Chiller. The winner takes on SV. So this one, I don't know. This one seems to me kind of wide open. I don't know how this one is going to go down, but I wouldn't be surprised to see any of these 3 players move on. So it's looking like a pretty hype top 16. And with, at least half of our players coming from what would have been before the Challenger circuit. So that's pretty wild. I think that's kind of a win for this format. I'm sure the players who lost their top 16 spots that they had earned in qualifying maybe see it a little differently. But hey, man, you gotta play, you gotta win. This whole thing is about proving you can hang. So looking forward to this one. All right, that is going to do it for us today. I'm going to go take a break, do some things. I got some IKEA furniture to put together, and I'm going to enjoy doing that. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Want to thank our patrons, of course, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, Tack Norris. Thank you very much. Corporal 381 shall be satisfied. Cacket 91J in the window. Troy Dan Kim S. Sticker Club and Double Sticker Club level members and community level members. Thank you all so much. Support us patreon.com/monthly Tetris, and make sure to support the prize pool. Use the Matcherino command. We had no contributions during 2 consecutive streams, so maybe you're all saving it up. Let's hope. Okay. Thank you all, everybody, for hanging out. We're going to end you on YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Have a good day. Have fun skiing, Lori. Bye-bye. And then we're going to find a raid target over on the internet here.